Okay, we'll look at some of the homework problems out of section 13-5, which deals with volume and mass. This first problem deals with the volume of a cone, and we want to find that volume of the cone on the left. And in this case here, we have a radius of 25 meters, and the height of that cone is 58 meters. And it is a cone, so there is a formula for the volume of a cone. And that volume is going to be 1/3 pi times the radius squared times the height. And we're told to leave the answer in terms of pi and write it as a fraction if at all possible. Now the radius is 25 meters and the height was 58 meters. Okay, so here R is the height, R is the radius, and H is the height, so we'll just replace R and H with those numbers. So we have 1/3 pi times the radius, which is 25, and that's 25 squared, times 58. Now we'll simplify 25 to the second, which is 625. 625 times 58. Now what I'm going to do is multiply 1/3 times 625 times 58, and I'm going to express that as a fraction in simplest form, which is in this case 625 times 58 will be 36,250 over 3. And that'll be 36,250 over 3 pi. And this is going to be in cubic meters, because volume is always going to be in cubic units. So we're dealing with meters, so it'll be cubic meters. So to answer the question here, the volume of that cone will be just simply 36,250 over 3 pi. And we type that in as a simplified fraction and in terms of pi. Okay, so that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, we have two cubes that have the sides of 5, lengths of 5 and 6 centimeters. What is the ratio of their respective volumes? Two cubes have sides of lengths 5 centimeters and 6 centimeters. What is the ratio of their respective volumes? Well, in this case here, it is a cube, so let's say volume number 1 of the first cube is e to the 3rd. And e is the edge of that cube. And the first cube has a length of 5, so it'll be 5 cubed, which is simply 125 cubic centimeters. And then the second cube has a edge of 6 centimeters, so it will be 6 to the 3rd, or 216 cubic centimeters. Okay, now we want to find the ratio of their respective volumes. The ratio of the first volume of the first cube, the volume of the first cube, to the volume of the second cube. That ratio will just simply be 125 over 216. And now we can rewrite this as 125 to 216. So to answer that question, the respective volumes have a ratio of 125 to 216. Okay, problem number 3. Well, you have freezer A. Freezer A measures 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet by 4 feet and sells for $400. Freezer B measures 2 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet and sells for $500. which freezer is the better buy in terms of dollars per cubic foot? In this problem here, let's look at the situation. Freezer A. Okay, and its volume, we're told 1.5 by 1.5 by 4. So if you do 1.5 times 1.5 times 4, it'll be 9. So the volume of that freezer is 9 cubic feet for freezer A. Now freezer B, let's find out what its volume is. 2 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet. That's 2 times 3, which will be 12 cubic feet. Okay. Now in this case here, freezer A sells for $400. So in dollars per cubic foot, we'll take for freezer A $400, divide that by 9, which will be $44.44. So it'll be $44.44 per cubic foot for freezer A. Now for freezer B, it sells for $500. Freezer B sells for $500. So 500, and we divide that by 12 cubic feet, it would be $41.67 per cubic foot. And by looking at this, comparing those two, which one would be the better buy? In this case, it would be freezer B, because it's cheaper per cubic foot than it is for freezer A. So to answer that question here, freezer B would be the better buy because it sells at $41.67 per cubic foot, whereas freezer A was selling at $44.44 per cubic foot. Okay, number 4. Complete the following. 3 kilograms is equal to how many grams? Okay, what I'm going to do is write the conversion table that deals with grams. Now we're going from 3 kilograms to how many grams? From this conversion table, we're going from kilograms to grams. That's 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So that means in the number 3, the decimal point is behind the last digit, we move this decimal point 1, 2, 3 places to the right. And in this case, we're going to have to add 3 zeros behind it. So that means that 3 kilograms is equivalent to 3,000 grams. So to answer that question here, 3 kilograms is 3,000 grams.